Get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for kickoffs and kick-ons.
Everybody, count me in here, Hugo. Whoa! Hey! There we go. Hello, g'day, and welcome to the KOKO Show. Yes, kickoffs and kick-ons. It's the home of all things footy. Now, 'twas the week of the two tiers, and like a reasonably priced wedding cake, the Giants of Tier 1 snuggled up nicely against the up-and-comers of Tier 2 to make a delicious rugby union dessert for all in attendance. We got along to the Wallabies Georgia game. That was fantastic in Sydney. And I got to say, those Georgians were gallant, weren't they, gents?
Yep.
They gave it a real shake down there. The Portuguese team, Os Lobos, took on Os Springboks and did not disappoint. See what I tried to do there?
Yep.
The Flying Fijians, unfortunately, didn't really get off the ground against the All Blacks, and Los Terros, the Uruguayan team, went down to Los Pumas in what was quite a heavy loss. Lots of wonderful inter-tier footy to chat about in the pod. We'll hopefully bring an inter-tier into your eye. There you go. Something that makes us
Wow,
want to
what a start, Prof.
Not bad, huh? There
Did
you
you-
go. Sorry?
Practice is paying off, mate.
Yeah, it is. A little bit. Learning it. When Gitz isn't here, there's not the pressure of me having to read.
Yeah, you're right.
Because he's on me. He's always on me. Now, something that makes me want to cry every week is because we all look so damn good. And that's because of our headline sponsor. It's a big thanks to Polo Ralph Lauren. They have come on board because they love this show. It's their favourite show over there, wherever are they French or Italian?
Global.
Europe.
American, man.
American. Over there in
Not
America.
terrible.
They love this show, and they're backing us to become Australia's most kick-ass sports program. They've joined alongside Maya. So if you want to buy any Polo Ralph Lauren gear, get on maya.com.au or waltz into one of the wonderful Maya stores, walk up to one of the people working there and say, point me towards Polo, you bastard. I'm ready to buy.
It'd be interesting if
Some
we did a little,
outfits.
not a spreadsheet, but a table. And the punters had an opportunity to dress our look,
Yeah.
from all the previous episodes. Which look
Ooh.
would be up there?
There's been a full gamut of looks, hasn't there? You've gone from the high skivvy neck. There's been weeks rugger buggers.
Yeah.
There's been full
V-neck.
the V-neck that you're wearing today, Drew. It's been
The
a
busy
wonderful,
picnic.
very busy, the busy picnic rug. Now to the intros, gents. The theme today, in honour of our very special guest.
Ooh.
Obviously, Gitz isn't here today. He's just played his game against Seattle. We'll get into that into the pod, into that result. But we have a very special guest today, and as a result, the theme is bells. There are different types of bells. And so we are using those different types of bells.
I already know. Swoops the bell end.
We should have done that one, Tommy, the bell end. First of all, it is our doorbell, a bell that is attached to your front door. This bell lets our next panelist know when his 4 large pizzas have arrived on a Sunday. It's also the last button he pushes when leaving a flaming bag of shit on the doorstep of an executive from his previous workplace. Please welcome Drew Mitchell.
Ding dong.
Welcome, Drew. Next, it's the cat bell. A necessary bell hung around a feline's neck. This bell lets his family know late at night where he is when he is lost. It also warns the unexpected wildlife that he is approaching, and it's time to get away from him. Finally, when he goes to his favourite Melbourne establishment, he feels right at home because everyone is wearing one. Please welcome our very own cat bell, Adam
Swoop.
Ashley Cooper. Ding, ding, ding. Welcome, gents. Now, I'll
Swoop C-A-T-T.
cat. Now, Tommy's written a lovely intro here for our very special guest who joins us on the couch in place of Git. So let's get straight into that. Tommy, thank you very much. This week on the KOKO Show, we are down one of our most important foot soldiers, Mr Matt Giteau. So we decided to replace him with a much bigger and better version. So our very special panelist this week is a wily winger trapped in a prop's body. This fleet-footed front row is seriously light on his feet, despite his body looking somewhat like a Russian babushka doll. This baby-faced bully has played over 40 matches for the Waratahs and 32 caps for the Wallabies, planting his flag in the world of rugby as one of the most exciting and versatile front rowers, doing the damn thing at the highest level. Hailing from the soon-to-be co-ed Newington College, the footy pedigree is undeniable. So please welcome a bloke who is an expert at boring, hinging and binding, which all sounds like things you might do at a BDSM weekend away with Holiday Swoop. Put your hands together for Sydney University's Ducks of the Rucks, a fella who will always buy you your dinner before he crouches, touches, pauses and engages. It is the one and only Mr Angus Bell.
Hey, Billy.
Thank you very much,
intro.
boys.
No, thanks for coming in.
Great intro. Where'd you just
Love
come
it.
from?
Sorry, what was that?
Where'd you come from?
Just now, training every day. So,
How's the rehab going? How far are you off?
well, I said to you blokes 3 weeks ago, 3 weeks, but it's probably another few weeks off. So, just enjoying my weekends at the moment and watching the boys get to work, which has been really good.
That's the return to play time frame, but like you're full running.
I'm running, scrummaging.
Scrummaging.
I'm doing Sydney Uni stuff at the moment, so in with the lads at Sydney Uni, and yeah, mate, just trying to get as much load through my foot as I can. So,
Like you said, through your foot.
I was going to say, good start at the top. You're a big bastard.
He's
Can I say that? Are you
Yeah,
allowed to-
I think you can.
Well, what height are you, Billy?
6'3".
6'3".
That's 190.
One
centimetres.
Goodness me! And then, if you don't mind, can you ask a man how many kilos he is, or is that?
Yeah,
a bit
yeah,
rude?
of course you can.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
a good thing for me. Like 128, sort of a bit lower
Is
sometimes.
that your match day weight?
Well, I fluctuate quite a bit,
Yeah,
Drew. No, I go, I was at the World Cup, I was 133, and then now I'm, around 120. I can get to 126, 125.
You
That's
notice a
probably where
difference with those kilos, like as in terms of
probably
getting around
not.
the park?
Oh, yeah, I did when we played Super this year.
Mm.
Fuck, I was bad. I was heavy.
Right.
But at the World Cup, it wasn't a problem because we were just versing, the European teams. The weight wasn't so much a problem. So, but Super Rugby is definitely a lot different. Like I needed to be a lot lighter. So
You said you're 128. You get down to 125. Is that just a big shit for you?
yeah, no, it's just miss a meal. No, it is. Yeah, sometimes it is. So I need to
How does that go with the missus?
just lock the door.
At the
or go
other
to a
point where
different
you
bathroom.
pretend to go put like money in the parking meter or something and just go find a public toilet?
Yeah, I need to. They're wretched.
This is a good show.
They're wretched. They're terrible.
Have you seen this show before, Billy? Do you know that?
Of course, I actually watched the segment with Darcy Breen the other day.
Oh, you did. The
Big
extra
D
content.
brick. Darcy's one of my good friends. So that was quite funny. We all love Darcy and how weird he is. So it's great.
Well, Das played today. We were watching Gits and the San Diego Legion take on the Seattle Seawolves.
Seawolves, yeah.
Unfortunately, they went down. We will get into it a little bit later on. There is a segment, Northern Hemisphere Legends, which will be covering what's happening over there in the MLR. And I believe there might be a little relationship we've now got with the MLR, with the
do we?
network
Okay.
over there. The Americans have
Only if
seen
they
this
get down
show.
on a knee.
Sorry.
Sorry, start a relationship. Like they've got to do something formal. So
Well, I think it's as simple
Support
as
us.
we're going to put our show on their platform.
okay, perfect.
And then we'll be big in America. We'll replace Oprah, I guess.
perfect.
It'll be us doing our thing. Now, Belly, what we like to do at the top of the show here is just to give the listener/audient a bit of a feel for what happened on the weekend. We actually did a live show out there in Australia v Georgia. Biv, it was kind of our first go at an actual game, and I thought it went reasonably well. Were you happy with our little outing?
Did Super Round not count?
I guess it did. Yeah. Yeah, well,
So
there was
second go.
Yeah, it is our second go. I'd forgotten about it. Super Round was outstanding, and we look forward to doing it next year. It was our first go at a Wallabies match. With
No, it was.
George.
Yeah, it was actually. It was a lot of fun. I was actually a little bit nervous going into it, but we had a good crowd. There probably would have been about 100 people or so in that room. And also the audience just brought some good energy. There's a few boys that swung their own sort of lounge chair in the front. They had flags that created a bit of a tunnel for us to get on, and we had Hugo singing songs. We had the audience chiming in. Well, we had sculling, and we had plenty going on.
Yeah, and a
Fantastic.
teammate of yours, Jake Gordon,
Yeah.
came. He was brilliant.
Jake's always brilliant, isn't he? The
Yeah.
snake.
He was really good, actually.
Always good value, that fella.
Sculled his beer.
He
Yeah.
did.
Little rap.
I think he wanted to be out playing, though. I got the feeling I could see him sort of just looking over what... Sorry, excuse me.
yourself.
Good to speak. He was over watching a few box kicks go up,
Yeah.
I noticed. And he wasn't happy with the style of the box kick.
Yeah, right.
And he said, I should be out there kicking boxes. I said, I know, mate. I know. But that's why when my first question to him was, do you wish you were out there? And he's been like, oh, mate,
What do you reckon?
What do you think? No, I want to be sitting here with you,
What
idiots.
makes what makes the perfect box kick, Prop?
What I've noticed with Jake, and you might be able to correct me here, is the angle of delivery of the box kick. His is a little higher.
Okay.
there, and he gets more distance. Is that right, Belly? Because he seemed to go deeper than...
Belly's
The
usually
white
part
is.
of the caterpillar in
Have
front.
you seen one yet?
Oh, no, I don't even see it. All I hear is just a thump, and then I start running.
That's his
I
cue.
start running. That's my cue.
Well, he spoke about his try he scored off, well, what was a shank, really?
Well, it wasn't necessarily a shank.
No?
You thought he shanked it.
Yeah.
No,
Perfectly.
I think that's the perfect kick, isn't it? Contestable for your wingers.
Yeah.
It was a bit hard for Drew to get up, but contestable for most wingers. Yeah, and then he just got the treats. He's done that a few times for the Tars, though. So
Yeah.
he's been.
I think you just know. You sometimes like whatever kick you put up. Sometimes you know if it's like, oh, got a chance to get through on this. He would have felt it off the boot and went just chase it. I mean, his work rate and support lines and stuff is always, high level.
World class.
Yeah,
Drew.
and then he chases his own kick and gets the fruit.
It's bloody magic to watch. Belly, you are light of feet at times. Do you consider yourself to have a kicking license? Like, what would happen, say, if you just all of a sudden went to the back of a ruck and just put up a nice little box kick? Would that go well with your teammates?
I'd never play again. I don't think. I've actually kicked once. The only time I've ever kicked in a game was at a Barbarians game,
Oh yeah, and
and
had
we
to go.
scored.
And you scored,
No, I didn't score.
but
Someone
the
else
team
scored.
scored
But yeah,
off
kicked.
your kick.
So what was it? Like a little side kick?
No,
Little-
so I was
sip and
on
chase?
the bench. It was a great week at
Oh,
Revolutions in Cardiff. So it was obviously a great week.
Oh, of
We
course.
versed Wales, and we had a bunch of legends. It was awesome. We had Alan Wynne-Jones, Justin Tipperick.
Yeah.
I was along with Nella, Rob Leota, a few of the other lads from the Wallaby stuff, couple Saffers, Nicholas Sanchez, all those lads. I came on at about 60 minutes. Everyone was absolutely broken. Even the Welsh team, they were just ball and play time was ridiculous. And
Not too different than the broken starting of the game, though.
yeah,
imagine.
correct. And then I'd caught the ball out the back of a ruck, and it was sort of just a massive hole. I took off, and then as I've put a kick in, it was pretty funny because I remember it vividly. I took off infield, and then I went to see, and all my support was on the inside. So Justin Tipperick and Hoops were spraying me because I was meant to probably pass them the ball.
Yeah.
And I've shit myself and then just chucked it on the right foot. And it was hilarious because as I've kicked it and I've looked up, Tipperick's taken off to chase it, and Hoops is looking at me, staring at me.
Like,
Yeah,
giving you the eyes.
Oh, he gave me
In
the
a bar
eyes.
bars game.
And I started, and I was like, oh no. And then anyway, all three of them fell over, and one of the young Fijian fellas jumped on it and scored. And then I was just laughing because I was like, oh God, if we didn't score off that, I was getting a spray.
All the way back to halfway from
Oh
Hoops.
yeah, no, it's just the eyes, just frightening.
I
me
know,
anyway,
right?
So.
Which way do they go?
He's got one each way. He's got punter's eyes, one each way.
Do you think we could see first game you back in the gold, just a little grubber through?
No.
Well,
Sounds like a maybe.
you're good in space. You find yourself making a number of line breaks, probably, statistically, probably higher than most front rowers out there. Shades of maybe Matt Dunning. Not no, just in terms of he found himself in a fair bit of space every now and then. Right?
I love Tucky. He's a good man.
But where I'm going with this is Tucky's obviously famous for that drop goal. Could we see you have an attempt at a drop goal?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like at one point through your career?
I can't. I just can't. There's just too many ramifications.
You hit the field goal and then just walk straight to the bench. All right, I've got it.
Yeah,
The hook's
no,
coming.
it'd be. No, I think it'd be game over. Yeah, I probably wouldn't play again.
That's the best thing Dunning ever did, though. That's what
Yeah,
he's
but
now.
also stopped them from being able to, the
Yeah.
chance to go through
That's
the
right,
semis.
because they needed a bonus point, didn't they?
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
very, very good. Hey, let's chat a little bit of that. I didn't ask you what you got up to on the weekend. Did you do a live show at the Wallabies?
I did. I was there.
Terrific.
Right next to you, Prof.
Did you? Geez, it was good. You were on fire, I got to say.
Holding court. Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good. Getting people sculling their drinks for being loud. And
No, that was Drew.
was it?
Yeah.
I can't tell you blokes apart. Yes, very, very good. And Belly, you were out at the game, were you? Was that what you did with your weekend?
Yeah, briefly, and then I ducked home, watched it again on the telly, and it was a great game.
Doubled
Yeah,
up.
good. Yeah, always double up. No, because I
Nice.
watch it with the lads, and it's a bit.
You're not
you
as
don't really
engaged.
watch, and then
I like that.
watched it again. No, it was a great game. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Actually, it's good to be on the other side of the ledger. Even though I'm not a part of it, it's good to see them winning, and it's just I know what the feeling's like. It's a great feeling, so it's awesome for Australian rugby, which is the main thing.
Absolutely. There you go. So for the first time in 9 years, we got all 3 wins in that July series. We are Schmitting it in. Officially, Wallabies 40 defeated Georgia 29. We were out there, as I said. It was good. Obviously, there was the red card, which might have been a bit of a reason why we leaked a few points. Interesting sitting behind you when that red... Was it you that was blowing up about the red card?
We talking about it now or for what's brewing? We can talk about it now.
Talk about it now.
I just thought it was bullshit.
There you go.
Dungunu was in the air. He'd already committed, and it was like he got a tip to it. So it's not like it was, like he mistimed it. And the bloke who kicked the ball, the Georgian, he kind of also then shielded himself, and by doing so, put himself in that position. Like, what's Dungunu meant to do there?
Let me ask you, Drew. What do you do in the air?
Yeah, well, that's it. I mean, I honestly don't. I thought penalty at most. Yellow card, I was blowing up. And then I went to go to the bathroom, came back, and in that time it was upgraded to red. And I was like, are they fucking kidding? And I was sitting with a number of people that aren't the hard and fast rugby supporters, like more so sort of rugby league, came out to the game.
Are you talking about me?
yeah, you're in the vicinity. And they were just like what's doing? Like, we had sort of, I don't know, I just feel like we as a game, we kind of shoot ourselves in the foot a little bit sometimes. We overcomplicate things. We also have people just like shaking their head in disbelief as to the inconsistencies around it. Like, and I think everyone can empathise with Dungunu. Like, what is he to do there? Like, it's definitely not a red card.
He's also the player that, for those guys that were coming out to watch that aren't necessarily hard and fast Union fans every weekend, he's the player for the last 2 weeks that everybody's been watching who's been amazing, and then they remove him from the contest.
Yeah, they've got to take that into account too.
Yeah, bums on seats.
You know what I mean?
Well, do you mean the ref needs to? I think
it's
so.
in like the ref needs to go, okay, this could be a card, but the last 2 weeks, Filippo's been on fire, actually. Well, let's just keep him on the field.
Are you agreeing with me, or are you?
Mate,
I think you are agreeing with me.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Put it this way, we're reffing the Springboks. Cheslin does something a little bit naughty. I'm going to leave him on the field.
Yeah. No, get him off.
But Chesy's there.
Get him off.
I just think, like, that to me wasn't a red card. Like, red card should still be for foul play, for malice. Like, not something that was, both players were just in a situation, in a rugby situation. There was no intent from Dungunu. Sure, I could swallow a yellow card, but red card, geez, leave me alone.
I know. And you created a bit of a scene in the crowd there.
Yeah.
You were shouting. There was some profanity.
Yeah.
And your partner had to ask you to calm down.
Yeah.
Swallow a yellow card. Yeah. It's not the only thing
I just
you
get
can
a little
swallow,
bit,
you dirty dog.
I just think that's bullshit. Like, not because of it was a Wallaby player either. I think there's been instances in other games as well. Like, come on, we've got to help our game out a little bit and have some consistency. Also have some understanding of rugby situations. It's a contact sport. There are going to be times where someone gets a knock on the head that was with no intention, no malice. Like, don't send someone off for it.
Don't we love just how passionate this bloke is about it?
It's wonderful.
Passion, love. He's
It is.
protective of the game.
He loves the game.
He's not spraying a chairman. If it's not the head coach, it's now the referee. Who was the referee on the weekend?
Dolman.
Yeah,
hopefully he's on the dole this week.
Very good. Let's talk some positivities there. Obviously, we saw a new halves combination. We had Tate and Dono running around. Tate McDermott and Ben Donaldson.
Yep.
Thoughts on that halves combo? Let me come to you. Swoop, were you happy with what you saw?
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, it's hard to, I guess, dial in on a particular combination when you're just kind of, watching the collective. But I mean, I thought they did a great job. Like, Dono's class. He had a great super season. So did Tate, and they're both extremely gifted. Probably hadn't spent that much time in the lead up, but I thought they played to the opportunities. They did their role, well enough. But I thought in terms of the collective, I just saw a lot more variation, and we discussed it post game. Not sure were you around during the week, or were you external to the group?
No, I was external.
I'm sure. I mean, whatever the message was, like, play with some variation. I mean, we saw tips. We saw the forwards playing either the inside, outside, or to the back, out the back door. We love backdoor play. They're playing to the space a lot more. Just a lot more, a lot more subtleties in the game. A lot more ball movement. yeah, I thought it was good to see.
Yeah, I thought they did a good job, the halves. I mean, let's not sit there and give them a 10 out of 10 by any means. Like, I think there's definitely improvement there. I think some of Dono's kicking, to his own admission, would say they didn't come off that sweet. There's definitely improvements. And you know, people are sort of saying that if that was Noah, everyone would be, you know, heckling him and calling for his head and all that sort of stuff. Like, I just think, and we've been saying it for a number of weeks, you've got young 10s. You're not going to have a consistent performance, high-ranking performance week in, week out. They've got to be in the saddle for a period of time, feel comfortable that they're not going to get hooked the moment they make a mistake. Let them get their confidence in their position. And we also, as the fans, have to understand that there's going to be some teething issues, and there's going to be some games where they're not at the peaks of their level, like their own sort of levels and expectations. And I think as some of it, we just got to ride this wave with them and get behind them. And whether it's Dono, whether it's Noah, or if it's young Tom Liner, and I think Schmidt even, he sort of made a point about the young age of these 10s. They're going to have those ups and downs throughout the course of their season or their career, but we've just got to now pick and stick. I think these first 3 tests, again, I've said it again, were an opportunity to get a look at everyone, most of the squad, if not everyone. And then now I think we'll see a team that probably resembles a bit more of a pick and stick from Joe Schmidt.
In Dono's defence, the wind was absolutely howling.
Mate, how cold was it?
That was Arctic. Was there a polar vortex in there? Did anybody? It was.
I don't know, mate. I don't know, but jeez.
I don't know how he kicked
Layers
anything.
were required.
Yeah.
I mean, for me to say it was fresh, it says a lot. I run hot at the best
You
of
do run
times.
hot.
I don't know.
Tell you what was a good combination: Fraser and Harry Wilson.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Wasn't it
mate.
good to see
And-
that.
And then of
Bob.
course Bobby Valentini. But I just think, you know, the combination they've got from the Reds,
Yeah.
they carried that through to the gold jersey on the weekend. Fraser's in amazing form.
Isn't he?
He's honestly, if you've got a betting account, get on him for the Johnny Hills medal.
Yeah.
He's just. I mean,
Belly, get on him, mate.
yeah. Well, I just he's a player now that is playing consistently and, you know, really, really well each week. Then that combination, that try in the lead up to one of those tries.
It was all back row.
Back and forth with between Harry and Fraser and then Bobby Valentini. I think he's really sort of stepped in and filled that sort of enforcer type of role in the back row. I think that's our back row moving forward. That combination of players. And then you have
Is that
someone.
given that Liam Wright is injured? I'm not sure. How
Even
long.
if he was fit, I'd pick those 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Where would you put Liam Wright in front of those 3?
Kale?
Yeah, I think Kale's definitely a player of the future, but I think, you know, our best, most complementary back row for the style of each of their play, I think that's our best back row moving forward.
Care to comment, Angus? Just want to toss up what your forward pack is?
I'm best mates with Wilso and Fraser and have been playing with them since I was at school. Bobby's a freak. You mix up any back rowers and, you know, the best back rower or up there within the team, best player is always going to be Bobby. He's been super consistent. Even last year he was great, obviously. He took out the John Eel stuff. And then, you know, you got Charlie, who's, as you said, young, big, huge. Like, he's like almost another lock and operates really well at line-out time. And you got Rongers' leadership. So I think it's like building a great sort of foundation for, like, you know, technical, tactical. If Joe would like to pick someone different or a better functioning line out, then he's got that option to bring someone in and then someone off the bench. You know, he's still got Rob Leoto sitting in rehab, who's, you know, probably one of the most powerful back rowers I've ever played with. So there's so many choices.
And then you've also got guys like Tom Hooper and Lukan Salakai-Loto that can play on the bench as locks and back row if they're not starting already. But and that's also, I think, like a Kale would be perfect if you went for a 6-2 bench.
I'm biased. I like those big locks.
Yeah, I know.
Good bed for scrums.
But you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So you have but they've got the capacity in their game to be able to play on the side of the scrum as well as in the locking.
Billy, I want you to tell us something we don't know. Not just us, but our viewers and listeners, our audience, audience, KOKO
not
guess, not guess. With those 3 blokes that we just highlighted that played back row over the weekend, what is something that you've picked up or some type of insight or an observation that you've made that makes them either different, you know, something during training, something, you know, in and around training, offline, whatever it is that makes them perform the way they do or makes them the beast they are? Let me, I guess, put something into context. So Hoops, right? Everyone knows Hoops has got an extreme engine He's a competitor. He's a freak. In 2014, we used to get absolutely flogged by Michael Checker most days of the week. And during conditioning games, quick breather, he'd bring the team in to discuss or prep what was next. So that's the opportunity to breathe, opportunity to get a squirt. So everyone's in a huddle listening to Check's instructions. And Michael Hooper's just walking around, pacing around the edge. And I guess for me, it's kind of like how you interpret that would be the bloke can't stop or won't stop. You know what I mean? While everyone's resting, he's still moving.
Yeah, right.
Just a little bit of an observational insight into Hoops' mindset. What do you see out of those three blokes? You don't have to highlight all of them, but is there something there that you've seen that?
Well, this is weird. So I reckon Harry Wilson, Charlie Cale, and Josh Nasser, the bench hooker, he made his debut a couple of weeks ago. They possibly could have represented Australian cricket.
Yeah, there you go.
Right. So I know Charlie from school because I played him in cricket in Year 12, and mate, he flogged us like a freak of nature. And then you got videos. Was he an
all rounder or?
No, he was a batter.
Okay.
He was unbelievable, and Wilso was scored the quickest ton in Queensland cricket history or something.
I saw something about
that. And Nas was like a keeper batter, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
They were freaks at cricket.
Okay.
So all three of them have that, I don't know, just that athlete sort of vibe about a gift. Yeah, they've just got that gift. There was a few others as well. Isaac Lucas, he's playing in Japan right now. He was a freak cricketer. There was a few lads that were all cricket.
What were you in the first 11?
I was a bit of both, actually, Drew.
Oh, yeah? What, off spin or something?
No, I bowled quick.
Chinaman?
I bowled quick, and then I completely ruined my back. And then I had to transition a bit over to just a little short trundle in. And then batter. I'd just come in at like 6'7", and just wag the tail. Yeah, just try not move, no foot movement. I didn't run between the wickets.
The Wallabies would be a decent cricket side now. Is that what you...
Wilso was gun, and Charlie was, I'm not even kidding, was a gun. So that doesn't make it makes sense now that he's a freak at footy because he was sort of good at everything. So
that's very good insight. Yeah. That's what this show's about.
Insight.
Give me a little stat. That's the other thing we're about here. Super stats. Let me give you this one. The Wallabies were 100% win rate in all facets of the set piece.
There you go.
Have you heard of that before?
Good day out, especially up against a lot of the chat going into the game against Georgia is how strong their set piece is. Good start.
You got a possession stat on that?
Possession. Let me give you a couple more. I don't have possession. I've got 12 turnovers by the Wallabies, which isn't...
Forced or...
Forced, Tommy, or unforced?
They were unforced.
Unforced.
Yeah, we need to tidy that up.
Yep. 287 post-contact metres off 165 carries, 7 clean line breaks.
There you go.
Good
yeah, I
day
mean,
out.
there was a chance there for us to really kick off, sort of kick on. With the score, Georgia did well to fight back and get closer and then obviously we sort of kicked away at the end. But
bit of a theme emerging there though, and
Schmidt
touched on it after the first two. We're getting off to a really good start, and whether it's complacency, discipline.
Well, the Georgians scored first on the weekend
via points, via conversion.
Did they?
Penalty, yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry about him.
Right.
It's because that's really important. We, I guess, historically haven't really started well.
Yeah.
We are, and so it's how we maintaining that momentum from say 20 to 40 or the next half. So,
and I got to say, 14 of their points were freakish tries.
Yeah.
Like there was the one that was like 105 metres, and I think we were a play down at that stage. And then the other one where it was the ball that went through and he kicked it, it ricocheted off Tom Wright and came.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then also there was a couple disallowed. There was one that we were just about to kick the conversion. They went up to the team.
Oh, that's right,
and found
yeah.
a reason why
off the line out.
Because the lifters or something stood in front. Like, leave me alone. Come on.
Yeah, I'm with you. Anyway, there you go. Great signs for the Wallabies. Bit of a headache for Mr Schmidt in terms of selections. Obviously not for you, Belly. Straight in. But for everybody else.
No.
Well, you know what? It's a headache, but you'd prefer that type of headache than the one we were having last year.
Oh, absolutely.
When the headache is because there's players in form. You have 3 wins on the trot, and you're going up against South Africa, and you're like, okay, what's the best combination of 15/23 that we're going to go into it? Whereas I would imagine the headaches that Eddie had last year would have probably been slightly different.
He's having similar ones right now, though.
Well, yeah,
Italy
he is in
just
Japan, yeah.
absolutely pumped him.
Has he won yet?
Eddie?
Yeah, they had one win.
Japan.
The Maori.
Against the Maori.
Good on him.
There's a lot of chat around Schmidt. Around Schmidt bringing back in your Will Skeltons, your Marika Corumbietis.
Corumbete.
You do it, Swoop?
No.
Corumbietti.
Corumbete.
Corumbete. Got it. Nailed it. Belly?
Marcus.
Marky Mark.
Do you think Schmidt will go to the overseas players, Drew? You said
I think he'll pick a couple. I don't think there's probably too many. And you just got to look at the squad. Where can we add value? I mean, Belly's just said he likes the big locks. There's not many bigger than Will Skelton getting around to put a bit of weight behind the guys up front. He's obviously got leadership qualities, captaining the Wallabies last year to the World Cup. So I guess you just got to look at the current squad, feel where you need, some depth and some competition in those positions, and then look overseas to see if there's someone in a position that can actually, add value. And
I reckon to be
Marika's definitely one. Will's obviously one as well. I don't know necessarily outside of that. Maybe a Richie Arnold.
those three.
I can't see it being like too many players, but the ones that they do pick will come back and have influence.
Influenced by also
Even
creating more of a competitive environment.
Yeah, I mean, they might not
and
come
added
back and even start, it's
absolutely.
just about
Bring them back,
getting in the squad.
give them a chance. That brings me back to arse on shoulders, right? So you've got a couple of big men up the rear.
Yep.
Whose set of rocky boulders you love, just kind of like really driving out that little perky seat you got going on there? Like, who do you feel most safe with?
Who do I feel
Who do you
safest
like
with?
grabbing under and getting that crutch behind with?
When we
Well,
were at the start of the World Cup,
who's got the best grip?
that's happened a lot.
Has
Actually.
it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Those sort of things.
okay, well, let me just reframe this. Who's got the nicest touch, but also the steadiest platform?
Who's a gentle lover?
Yeah, who's a gentle but tough lover?
Yeah.
No, I've had Lucan before behind me, who was unbelievable, but
Yeah?
he's a tight head lock, so I rarely ever get that treat. No, last year at the World Cup, it was in the first game it was me, Parecki, and Nella, and Nella had Skelton behind him, and I don't think I was pushing. The scrum was just getting obliterated on the other side, so it was the very easy day for a loose head.
Who do you want behind you?
Richie last year was pretty good. Frosty's good. He's a big lump. Even though he looks quite lean, he's 120 something kilos. Matt Phillip was great when he was in Australia. Jed Holloway was good at TARS.
Have you had any scrums where you've just gotten up and just sprayed your lock? It's just like, mate, you gave me nothing there. You're like a pillow.
Actually,
No.
this answer's compulsory.
No, I can't. Nah.
Surely. Okay.
Well, I
don't do
can't say that when I'm getting my head
Yeah, right.
caved in. So, what was that?
I was going to make that answer compulsory, but it has to be yes and why and who.
Yes, why and who?
Can
My favourite.
if we
No,
blindfolded
the worst.
The worst.
Like one experience where you've just gone, you're shit.
No, I do have one. Rob Valentini in a test match. one of the boys got sent off. He had to go in a lock and he had moulds on.
Yeah, right.
So that, even though he's a freak and he's strong as
Yeah.
so.
Is he good at cricket too?
No.
We would be. Hey,
good at
if we
eating.
blindfolded you and we positioned you and we just asked people to go up and place their shoulders in your butt,
I reckon I could tell.
You could tell
Yeah.
who's...
Yeah.
That's a good test. We should have lined that up, boys. We should have got...
I reckon we're
if
on
he
to something
packs a
here.
one-on-one versus Tommy just to hold weight, and then one of us get behind,
And you got to guess.
I'll know exactly which one's you.
yeah. No, you'll know who's
Swoop.
Swoop with his sausage fingers. He'll get real handsy.
Might be the big ending of the show. You never know. Fantastic news for the Wallabies. We're going great. That next test match against the Springboks, that takes place up there in Suncorp. More afternoon footy, which we absolutely love. In your mind?
How good's afternoon footy?
Mate, it's the best thing in
Why
the
don't we
world.
do it more? Like,
Well, there's actually quite a number of afternoon games this year, which is good.
Fantastic.
The Springbok game up in Brizzy, the All Blacks here in Sydney, and is the Perth game afternoon as well?
It might be
It'd have
afternoon
to
in
be.
Perth,
Yeah,
and then
right.
we get to watch it in the
Okay.
night, which is fantastic. And surely there are afternoon games over there in Argentina. They love an Arvo over there.
Mm.
Ugh. All right.
Yeah.
So let's get into the other cracking game that happened on Friday night. I don't know if you caught this. Wales 36, Queensland Reds.
I did.
Was that one of the greatest games?
Yeah, it was
It
good.
was an unbelievable game of footy.
How good's just a tour game? Like, these teams that come over and just play one of the state teams or something whilst they're out here.
Is that why they were just throwing it around? Is that why?
Well,
because Wales really opened the shoulders.
yeah, they had some different, some players that didn't get much of an opportunity through tests just to have a crack. And there's actually a former leaguey. He won like
yes,
three,
on the wing, yeah.
3 Super League titles or something.
Yeah.
Was it Regan
Jeez, he's
Grace
quick.
or-
Yeah.
But I think it's, there's probably less pressure going into those situations, those games. Both, even for the Reds players, some probably use it as an opportunity to impress Joe Schmidt. Others were just, it's good to get out there on a big stage up against an international team. And I think even in the pre-game chat to James O'Connor, he's like, some players, they may not ever get to play against an international team. Like Super Rugby might be their ceiling. And this is an opportunity for them to play against an international team. So, it's a great sort of initiative.
Thought Rabs was very impressive.
He was really good, yeah.
Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
You reckon Schmidt's eyebrow raising here?
Well, the thing is...
So Rabs is James O'Connor,
Yeah.
just for our international.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, James just hasn't played a great deal of footy at the back end of Super Rugby. He played really well, don't get me wrong, but it's now a matter of how much footy he can get whilst the tests are happening as well. He'll go back and play for Brothers, I would imagine. But, look, having his experience, his capacity to play multiple positions, a squad, yeah. Yeah, I'd put Rabs in a squad. He's definitely got value there.
23,000 showed up in Brisbane. Amazing crowd there for a game against Wales. And the other thing that the Reds, the rolling maul, was 3 tries they scored. Richie Asiata, 3 times they went over. That's triple from the. It's very good.
And the Welsh gave us a bit of a hard time. Wallabies a hard time. It's sort of driving more time as well. So Reds just doing their homework. Let's kiss.
Kissy.
Oh, mate, he's the guru, isn't he? Wasn't it nice to see the new Rebels recruits as well? They got to run off the bench. So Josh Canham, Lockie Anderson and Matt Gibbon, they all got a chance.
Surprised that happened so quickly.
I think it's great.
Oh, it's awesome.
What's have you heard any word about some of these Rebels players going to the Waratahs? Obviously we've heard
just my big mate, Big Nella.
Nella. What about that for a set piece scrum next year?
Oh yeah, I'd love it if he. I don't think he's fully committed yet, but I think it's pretty.
You on the text?
All the
Have
time.
you got a
all the time? Make my job a lot easier.
Yeah, and even now that Harry Johnson Holmes is defected to the Force.
Well, that's why I thought maybe in my own head that it would make sense because mate, Holmesy's great for us. Like Holmesy plays 80 minutes pretty much every week at tight end, which is very, very hard to do. But yeah, it would be great if he came. Rob Leota, I still don't know what's happening with him. But a lot of lads could come to make a great team, and obviously now we've got Dan McKellar appointed, which is great. I had him in Wallaby stuff a few years ago, and he was unreal, and will bring that probably that disciplined side through training and the rolling maul and stuff like that. And if you add those blokes into the mix, it'll be great. And obviously with a great coach, we're lucky enough to get him as a coach off the back of what happened this year. Then. Yeah, and to sprinkle in some good players, and maybe we'll go a bit better next year.
Who signed? Kellaway signed.
Kellaway has, So there's
Sawali as well, which is Sawali.
He's and
still
there's
coming?
talk maybe Lucan.
No, he's coming. Oh, but actually, one of my great mates, the Wilson family, Harry plays centre for the Tars, and Teddy's that half. He went to school with Joey, and they're great mates with him. So. Good mates with Joey, and he said, he's excited to come to rugby, which would be good. But mate, he is an athlete. Oh my god, one of the best I've ever. You can't.
Is that why Harry Wilson went to Newport? Dragons because Joseph was coming across. He's like, oh, it's all right, fellas, I'll go.
Hilarious. Harry got to Newport in Wales and touchdown, jet lagged. And he goes, he just hears all this screaming. He's like, oh no, what's happening? He goes down off out of his window, and there's 3 blokes just having an absolute brawl. And Harry's just just sends a selfie, just going, what have I got myself into? It's just 3 blokes. 7 a.m. in the morning, they're drunk, and they're just absolutely feeding each other. First experience of Wales.
Yeah, right.
Lots of Welsh people watch this show.
No, he loves it though.
Loves it. Beautiful country, beautiful part of the world. Keep watching. Simon Raiwalui Has he started at the Tars yet? When does
Yeah,
he
no, he's
feet
in.
under the desk?
Yeah, saw him last week. Mate, he's awesome. Like I played against when we played against Fiji last year. He was after the game having a few yarns. He seems like a great bloke, and obviously done some really good stuff with. He was with the Wallabies in 19, and then was
Fiji.
with Fiji and did wonders with them. So he'll be really good. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, because Drew picked a fight with him, remember, on Twitter during the World Cup? Yeah.
Oh, what did you do?
No, I didn't. It was a misunderstanding. We've patched it up. We've had a beer. We're all good. We're all good. Don't try and start something.
No,
What's
I'm
that?
just trying to start some shit.
What kind of bell is that again?
A bell end?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, he was the doorbell.
The doorbell, that's right.
Yeah,
Just
'cause he
dropping
likes-
shit on people's doorsteps.
Setting shit on fire. All right, wonderful. Yes, Wales 36, Reds 35. Let's just very quickly do this. It's time for our segment, Match Fit. A ding, a ding, a ding, a ding. Now, Belly, you've noticed the kit. We are proudly sponsored by Polo Ralph Lauren, and we wear it proudly every single week. We like to go through what we're wearing very quickly, whether it's durable, also where we could wear it. Who would like to start first this
I'll
week?
start.
Yep, go for us.
So, last week, dropped into Myer. Beautiful department store.
Oh, what about how nice the staff are?
Unbelievable.
My store.
Yeah. So many options.
Yeah.
So many options. Anyway, I only needed one option. That was an option for today's 10, 12,
Oh.
and 2.
Jeez, you're busy
So
today.
I went with this nice little white cotton number. You know, very business. If I wanted, I'll stand up. I've gone with the tuck. Very 10-2. 10 and 12 and 2. However, you could just untuck that and, make it a weekender.
Yeah.
You know, if you had a meeting on the weekend, it's slightly less corporate.
Is it true that you walked into one of those meetings and they just shook your hand and said, deal done?
Yeah.
Because you were wearing that shirt.
Because they just
saw
see this
the-
little... Yeah.
Want to do business with you, sweet.
It's easy, mate. But
Money
I
for
picked
jam.
up... I just thought, you know what? I can't just buy myself a nice little polo number.
Yeah.
We've got a guest coming on. I've organised another guest. So I got a little
Oh, a little gift.
gift here. And so I spent a couple $100 on this, and just thought, mate, as a thank you for coming into the
thanks, mate.
studio.
Swoop, you're a good man.
For those of you listening, Swoop's now presented Angus Bell with a lovely pinstripe.
Yeah, like a
Polo
light
Ralph
blue
Lauren
stripe, and
Oh, look
business.
At that.
mate, I tell you
That'll
what,
look
Billy,
great on you,
if you
Billy.
try and if you try and rip that, you absolutely got no chance. The durability of these things, incredible. Flexibility, incredible.
That's the
Look,
next Saturday
incredible.
night number.
There it is.
Beautiful.
Yeah, mate. You're
Oh, watch out.
Jesus. Oh.
Biv, what are you wearing today, mate? I
I'm
love
wearing this
number.
lovely knitted V-neck. I just feel really good in it, to be honest. Where would I wear it?
Where?
I'd probably wear it to, say, the RSL, if I was going to the RSL. Just feel like it would fit in really well, just
Yep.
like, similar kind of vibes.
Yeah.
But I could also then, it's got range, right?
Yeah.
That's why I'd wear it to the driving range.
Oh,
Like, it's obviously a bit chilly here in Sydney
Yep.
at the moment,
It is.
but full movement, full range,
Yeah.
driving range makes sense. The other place I'd wear it,
Yeah.
Sizzler.
Wow.
Like, imagine having some cheesy toast in this number,
Or
and because you just keep going back for more plates and more plates.
Oh, I can expand.
but also,
Mm.
when you get into the dessert machine, you're doing your own soft serve.
Yeah.
Just being able to control that,
Yeah.
because of that the
Yeah.
comfort and stability that you got. Looks like you got your shoulders.
Good shout.
Yeah.
Never in a million years did I think you'd say Sizzler.
Yep.
You really, you got me with that.
There you go.
That's very good. And I have, it's well, I've gone back to sort of the picnic blanket, haven't I?
Yeah.
Matched it with a brown beige chino.
Really
It's
liking the
comfortable.
roll up.
Yeah, I do.
like it.
I've got short legs, long torso. I'm the tallest man in the room sitting down. That's what they
Are
used to
you?
call me. Yeah, I'm 6'5" sitting down.
So your
Standing up on
your
5'8".
proportions are all out.
Yeah,
So you're a bit longer above the waist.
sadly, yes.
And you hang lower than you.
Yeah, yeah, they do.
They do. I bet they
Yeah,
do.
it's a very odd sight. It hopefully happens one day on this. You never know. We'll do one nude, won't we? We'll do a show nude.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do a show nude. Where would I wear it? Skydiving. Okay.
Skydiving.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to feel the wind just rushing through it.
I'd like
at
to
a
see it.
Decent pace.
Should we set that up?
No, I've got vertigo. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me do it for medical reasons, Belly.
Yeah.
Medical reasons. All right. Congratulations. That is the end of that segment.
Great segment.
Great segment. Match
Okay.
fit. Just a reminder, Maya.com.au. You can get it at Maya. You walked in. Which attendant helped you at Maya?
Oh, I think her name was Eloise.
Eloise?
Yeah, lovely.
she's amazing.
Yeah,
Is she at the junkyard, Bondi?
She's about to retire.
Is she?
She's 82.
Been there forever.
82. She's been there since she was 18.
Big shoes to fill.
Huge. Well, actually, she had tiny feet, but metaphorically, yes.
Yeah. I meant her,
lovely lady.
her service.
Yeah, knew everything.
Yeah, well, she was there. She was there when Maya opened, the very first Maya.
No, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's So, Eloise, if you're watching, thanks so much for your help and the little shoulder rub. Yeah, appreciate your work.
Now, Belly, I know you were asking me when you walked in. You said, "Prof, where can they find us?" As in, if your family wants to get on and watch us on socials, it's kickoffs, kick-ons everywhere except for YouTube, where it's what is it again,
Kickoffs
Biv?
and kick-ons.
Have you liked and subscribed to our stuff yet, Belly?
I've watched it plenty of times.
No. Have you hit the like and subscribe button?
I will now.
Yes,
and,
you will.
and the
Bloody
rest of the
better.
bells. And the rest of the bells will.
Is there a lot of bells?
You're
Three
right,
others.
I like Mark Bell.
I like Ian Bell.
Don't
kiss
start
all the
this. No.
Every time we catch up, we kiss.
Is that
Ask him. Go. Ask.
Do you kiss Mark Bell?
Yeah, every time on the lips.
Is that true?
Yes.
Every time I see him.
Really?
It's a footy, out and about.
Where did that come
Say good day. Well,
Why is that?
He's just got nice lips. We just kiss.
Great.
I love this show. This is a great show. Hey, guess what? Tommy he's got a big announcement. Now, Tommy's an integral part of this show, Belly, but we don't let him on camera. We got a lot of complaints when he came on and people saw what he looked like. So we just keep him on the side. But the big announcement is that we have a new merch drop. Tommy, I'm going to hand you the mic. Can you just tell us what it is?
Yes, guys. So we are releasing our second lot of merchandise. It's called the Unathletic Department Collection.
Yes.
And we are launching it on Tuesday the 22nd at 6 p.m. And it's a 10-day pre-order window. So get your orders in, and we will be closing it on the 2nd of August. And you'll get your gear by sort of middle to the end of August. So yeah, next one is very exciting.
It's a hoodie.
So
crew neck jumper.
we're doing a daddy cap, and then we're doing a crew neck a hoodie, a very collegiate style, almost vintage, some would say. And then we're doing a KOKO t-shirt with a cool graphic on the back. So.
And it's the unathletic department.
Unathletic department.
Like
and
it.
that's obviously excluding Gits because that fucker's shredded.
Well, he's physically
Thanks.
athletic, but
Thanks, Tom. If you can make sure your hand doesn't come into frame next time. Very gross. Belly, pre-show, you were telling us a little story about you've got a memory of watching, is it Drew play footy?
Yes, it was Drew. Australia A versus Tonga, North Sydney Oval. My old man was coaching at the time, and they beat them by about 100 points. It was 100, wasn't it? It was 107 to 3
It was
or 5
a big
or
score.
something.
I think I've got a few, actually.
Yeah, he did. I actually had a Drew Mitchell jersey.
Did you?
Yeah.
kidding?
I was 7, my brother was 5, and we were playing tackle footy in the lounge room of my nan's place, and she hated it. And we were running directly straight at each other, and we both had Drew Mitchell jerseys on. And I was screaming, I'm Drew Mitchell, and then I grew a bit, and then that dream died
Well, that
very
ties
quickly after.
that ties into the intro. A winger in a prop's body.
Absolutely.
Just always wanted to be Drew.
This is when he had long hair. I was,
Yeah.
Well,
Bit
the
of peroxide in it in those days.
the next time you're playing and you're doing a few little chip and chases or you're going for a 50-22, as we discussed,
Yep.
then
Yeah.
you've been more like Drew Mitchell.
Yeah, correct.
Is there vision of you running around as with the jersey? Is there
There
floating-
is vision. I've got
Okay.
to find it. There
See if you can
definitely is
find
a
it.
video.
Okay.
There is a video, and you will laugh.
Okay.
I'm tiny.
In the event Belly
Oh,
has
good.
found the video, it will go now. In the event he hasn't, he has disappointed us all thoroughly. Will not be invited back. All right. Hey, other international games. It was a bit of Tier 1 versus Tier 2 over the
Yep.
weekend. We had the All Blacks taking on Fiji at Snapdragon Stadium in San Diego. Matt Giteau the last member of this pod. He went along to the game. We sent through some amazing photographs. Tommy, there was the one of, just bring this one up, with him with Drew Brees, who, what about this for a photo?
Yeah.
That's not bad. So Drew Brees as in the NFL. Where's Drew Brees playing? He was obviously New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
20 years.
He's retired now, but yeah, he was there for
retire?
a long time.
No, he's still going.
No, but he retired, come back, didn't he?
Yeah. Yeah. After LA, didn't he somewhat call time on his career and then he came back?
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, they just lost their game today, the Legion.
He'll be like Slips.
Well,
Slips is going to play till he's 40.
You reckon?
Yeah. I'm calling it right now.
Yeah, well, gets his 42 in September, and Marnonu is also playing 12 for the Legion. He's 42 already as well.
Well, it's fantastic for us because on their coverage, he was wearing the KOKO shirt. If you have a look at this little photograph here, that's him talking to Mills Muliaina repping the KOKO.
Yeah, and the Sunnies.
Made it. How good's Ma?
Just cool. But the boys did say that Drew Brees is a bit of a nerd.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to hear that.
Oh, well.
You want to hear he's a legend.
There was also, who was that great defender in the NFL? Is it Tony Polamalu? Yeah, he was also in the corporate box with them.
Yeah, right.
Wasn't he a Trojan? UFC. Yeah, he went to USC. Yeah, in our Guiltini change room. He's all over the wall.
Yeah, right. There you go.
At the Coliseum.
So All Blacks 47, Fiji 5, 7 tries to 1. A few different faces there for the All Blacks. Friend of the pod, Caleb Clark, he got a run. He was in for Mark Talia. He got a double. And the Fijian side, they had their chances. The try they scored was pretty amazing. The crossfield kick down to Semi Radradra for the ball back inside. But needless to say, the All Blacks just too good.
Yeah, yeah. Also, similar to Schmidt, I would suggest Scott Robertson's got a headache in terms of some selections. Billy Proctor played really well at 13. Beauden Barrett at 15. Does he stay there instead of Perifetta, or does he, to partner up with...
That's a genuine headache.
Yeah.
Perifetta and Barrett.
That's what I mean, because the week before, Beauden came on with 30 to go and changed the game, arguably, and then this week he got an opportunity at 15. Another couple of guys in the back row. Like, they've got some depth, and I think, what we saw this weekend was a lot of guys getting opportunity, so the coaches can kind of get a look at, I guess, the majority of their squad. But, yeah, pretty good performance from the All Blacks.
Oh, absolutely.
Huge crowd.
Yeah.
San Diego at Snapdragon Stadium.
Huge crowd. Hard deck.
Yeah, hard deck.
Very hard deck.
Was it AstroTurf that they were playing on, or was it...
No,
it was grass, but just concrete.
Yeah, right.
It's very hot there at the time.
All Blacks, they turned it over 20 times, which doesn't tend to happen for them, but still put 47 points on them. Belly, who would you, if you were looking up, obviously from the scrum and you looked up, and at number 15, Perifetta or Beauden Barrett, who's putting more chills through you?
Oh, they're both the same, to be honest. I'd say Bodie. I hate seeing D-Mac in front of me. I think he stepped me like 6 times in one game. Like 6
in the
times.
one play? Did he keep coming back? Or?
No, they're just like, it's a different level. Like I hate coming up against guys that are like smaller, like, and really quick, because I really struggle with that. That's why I sort of like when we play like a South Africa or something. I don't seem like set piece is obviously a step up, but I don't seem to have as much trouble around the field because it's very much one directional.
So what's your thought process? Like, you're a big unit. You got a small bloke in front. He's got the ball. You're thinking, you know what? I might just spread me wings here, and then create a little bit more coverage. Or
get
are
high.
you like, I've got to get in there early?
Yeah,
or
get in there early, get high, so he steps away,
take the space,
and then someone else can tackle. I don't know. It's just like, they're just even like the boys in the Wallabies at the moment, like Tom Wright. Like, what are you doing 10 meters of space?
Yeah.
If you get caught on an edge, what are you doing? Like,
that's where you
it's
just
so
got to make
hard.
sure you got the players
People around
it.
Yeah,
right?
you just
you're moving up at the same time.
Try to stay connected, I guess.
Yeah.
But they're like Bodie's, mate. He's so quick as well. So I wouldn't want either of them, to be brutally honest.
It's a very good answer and a good problem for Robbo
He wants
to have.
Angus Tarvell at fullback.
He's probably done me as well.
Now, while we're on playing against South Africa, they played Portugal. They defeated them 64-21. The first try of the match, I don't know if you saw this, the Portuguese scored first. It was brilliant. It was basically from their try line. Chip over the top, a regather, and away they went. And I just thought Portugal's going to win this.
They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
and I was.
They can play.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
great to watch. Remember
Mate,
them in the World Cup?
Mate, you and I
Yeah.
sitting there.
Well, the boy, I think you guys were all watching them because didn't they need a win with the bonus point or something?
Yeah,
Like,
that
or
was
stop
terrible.
Fiji?
So we went, we versed and beat them, and then we had like a 7 days in France where we all got sent away, which was great fun. And then we came back to a pub to all watch it together, and it was really weird. They were up by 3 at a stage, and I think they needed to win by 2.
I think they needed to
win
win
by
by
8.
Win by 8, and they just
they won
scored
by
this
7,
awesome kind of
in the
forward
corner.
try.
Yeah,
Puts them up,
Yeah.
and then they receive. They kick off, or whatever
They
happens
receive
next.
the
But
kickoff.
they receive a kick off. They drop it. Fiji get the territory, go on to score. It's just like that's how.
No, there were
close it
hopes
was.
there. There were hopes. It was the worst feeling ever.
Yeah.
It was so shit.
Yeah.
But
Well, you
even
should
like
never be in
even
that
sitting in
position.
a pub willing Portugal to beat Fiji was shit as
There's
well.
no, there's no worse
Like, it
feeling.
was
eh?
fucking terrible.
There's
So.
no worse feeling as a team when you're reliant on other teams'
It's
results.
out of your hands.
So you're in. There's two minds. You're in the team room, and it's like post game. I'm either recovering, packing my bag, and we're going on to that destination, or I'm going straight to the fancy dress cupboard. And Mad Monday kicks off now for the next 2 weeks.
So would Gits be on?
Swoop's fancy dress cupboard is actually bigger than his normal wardrobe.
It was a good chance for Marty Lebock to have a run
Yep.
around. Obviously, the 10 that we saw during the World Cup. He played well. And the other one was Mapimpi. He bagged a
Mapimpi.
hat trick. He played
he's
very
great.
well. So,
Yeah, they're another team with great depth.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the big fella's name again, Drew?
Oh, RG Snyman. The
Yeah.
Viking.
Snyman, just taking on the whole team.
Yeah.
And do a bit of a Jersey punch fight club thing.
But I like the attitude of the Portuguese. There's a massive,
No backward steps.
giant. You just whole team get in on it.
Yeah, I like that.
Support your mates.
Yep.
His haircut and his beard makes him look scary.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, Belly, whether if a few of you guys from the Wallabies could grow the full Viking and do the skin on the sides. Do you think that would that help us with that?
I hope. No, I can't grow a beard, so
All right.
yeah,
Oh.
not enough testosterone.
It's double there. It's there. It's there.
It's
we can work on
terrible.
it.
It's terrible.
It's there.
It's woeful. It's woeful.
We would love to see it if you could.
The Viking haircut.
Yeah, well, just the beard.
I've
So-
got receding hairline already, so I can't be doing that.
You do know who you're talking to. And it's a sign of testosterone. Bald men have more testosterone.
Oh, really?
Yeah. In ancient times, the women would queue up to have sex with the bald man.
Is that right?
Yep,
Oh, how
because-
times have changed.
Yeah. Well, not in some communities. You can find them. You can still find them. Certain weird areas. Argentina.
North
Where-
SoCal.
46. Actually, I won't give my address away. That's silly. Argentina 79 to... Oh, mate. Yeah, right next to the beach.
Opposite the park.
Opposite the park. Argentina 79 defeated Uruguay 5. This was in Maldonado in Uruguay. Beautiful part of the world. There was a bit of
Swoop's
afternoon.
got any hot spots for El Donegado?
Have you
No,
been?
no, I haven't been there. Only Rosario, Mendoza, Buenos Aires.
Oh, geez. I would love to do. We need
El
to do a
Rosario.
show in South America eventually.
Oh,
Would you
we'll
like to
get
be our
there.
special guest? Belly, you could come with us?
But hopefully not.
Yeah.
Hopefully I'm playing.
Hopefully it's a
win-win.
Yeah, hopefully I'm
win-win
busy
tie.
Oh, yeah,
playing.
there's that. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's that as well.
Belly.
Just my job, yeah.
12 tries to 1. I don't know if you guys watched.
No, we didn't watch it.
No, you didn't watch
Well,
it.
I did-
I watched it. Yep.
Caught a cut down.
Yeah.
There was at the props try. Little. Well, don't know his name, but I'm sure we're going to overlay this chat with the footage of it.
We don't
Yeah,
have
the guy-
footage.
The guy can move.
We
We're
don't
not
get
allowed footage.
No.
All right, we'll cut this out.
No, we'll put it in. We'll put a photograph. But the photograph will be you, Swoop, in Positano in your sluggos. So
Done.
it'll make no sense, but it'll roll in now.
Perfect.
557 post-contact
Hey,
meters.
how have we done 20 odd shows and you're only just realising now that we don't have rights to footage?
Have you watched any of the shows back?
No. Not one.
You're very good. Swoop, you are very good.
Why would I?
Well, you
He's in it.
you know what? You're the best part of the show. You need to watch it back.
Thanks.
Yeah, no, you're very, very good. Uruguay missed 45 tackles. Can't win a game doing that. And anyway.
Yeah,
Argentina.
who cares? What's the next segment?
Let me do the other international matches. Scotland 52 defeated Chile 11.
Okay.
Okay. Gave it to them. Spain defeated Tonga
Yeah,
How
this
good
was
is
a big one.
Spain going at the moment?
Spain going well.
At everything.
Yeah,
Spain,
Tennis,
football,
golf.
Euros.
football,
Yeah.
rugby union. Just
Big result in Tonga.
yeah.
Some handy team, Tonga. And I don't know if too many would have picked that.
Spain's me not to ask this, Belly. If there was a fictional character you could swap lives with just for a day, who would it be?
Ooh,
Fictional.
like from any TV show, movie.
Any TV show. We're talking character.
Let's all have a bit of a think about that one.
Have you got one lined up, Swoop? You got one in the barrel?
You definitely do.
Well,
Okay.
shortlisted 3.
I'm going to go. I reckon I know yours. Patrick Bateman,
Patrick Bateman.
American Psycho. You dress a bit like him. You carry on a bit like him.
Oh, mate.
Have you got one, Biff?
I mean, the first one that came to mind was Vinny Chase from Entourage.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That one.
Not bad.
Mm.
Have you got one, Belly?
I don't.
What show are you watching at the moment?
What show?
Aside from this.
Love Island,
Oh, yeah.
UK. Oh,
Okay.
you've got to watch that.
I'm watching it a bit, actually.
Oh, it's so good. The drama, just
Yeah.
6 p.m. every night.
Yeah, right.
It's the best.
But they're not
Fantastic.
fictional. But
Yeah,
can
they're not
still,
fictional.
You can still take one of their places.
Joey Essex?
Oh, yeah.
No.
I'll go Chewbacca from Star Wars because he's got plenty of hair on top of his head. Swoop, see what I did there?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, sad.
Swoop, you got one?
Yeah, Peaky Blinders fella, was he?
Oh, yeah.
Tommy.
Tommy, that's
Tommy. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
Tommy fucking Shelby.
Italy,
Tommy
42
Shelby.
defeated Japan 14. That's another loss for Eddie.
Another one.
Yeah.
Tick.
Yeah, it's not going great over there for him, is it? Italy, they jump us. I know you love the world rankings, and we are currently ranked.
I just think we shouldn't get too hung up on it.
They've jumped up to 8th. Japan have dropped down to 14. Georgia up to 12th. Wallabies at 9th.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Mate, top 10. Best.
It's a process. We'll get back up there.
Absolutely. Doing very well. Northern Hemisphere Legends. Time for this segment. There you go. Our NHLs today is the MLR. And just as I was saying, we are going to appear on the MLR network.
Wow.
Over there. Our show's going to be on. So people all across America will be
They
able
pay
to...
for that, or?
Did they pay us?
Yeah.
They didn't. Well, none of us get money. Ollie has done a side deal. I believe.
Good,
So
good,
Ollie's
good
got
for
some
him.
cash for it.
Yeah, good for him.
Which we're all doing side deals, aren't we?
Yeah.
None of us are helping each other out. So we will
Go on, give your rugby league podcast a plug. Go on then.
It's called. Oh God, it's called what's it called? The Rugby League Journeyman. Belly.
Yeah.
It's very good. James Maloney, Jeremy Lattimore,
And the cricket one. The
cricket one as well. That's called Club Prairie Fire. That's with Adam Gilchrist and Michael Vaughan. It's very good. And
Vaughan's a good bloke. Seems
Vaughan is
like
a champion bloke.
Ripper. Gilly.
Gilly
Well,
he is the greatest Australian that has
That's
ever.
not
lived.
what you're saying the other way. But
Well, no, but publicly on the thing, I'll
Oh,
say
right,
he's
yeah,
the
yeah,
greatest
yeah.
Australian because the cameras.
yeah, okay, of course.
No. Anyway, Belly, make sure you listen to all of them. Thanks for that. That was great. Unfortunately for Gits, yes, we watched it this afternoon.
Yeah.
Seattle Seawolves, they took on the mighty San Diego Legion. It was only 2 points in the end, 30-28, but you got the feeling with about 10 to go.
Yeah, got a late penalty try.
Yeah.
Well, right at the end of the game there to get it to within 2. I don't know. I'm not putting anything into Giddy's mouth, but just any words or anything. I don't know. Have we seen the last time our mate Goitan's going to play a professional game? Not sure yet. We'll have to wait for him. But I mean, if it is, it's what a hell of a career.
Oh, unbelievable. Has he said anything to you boys about?
No, I don't
Come
think
and
he's,
visit me
no,
next
I think
year?
at the moment, like I spoke to him after the game. He said he was pretty flat. The good thing is his wife and kids and his mum and dad are over there, which is good. But you know, in terms of sort of what's next, I think what's next for him is get back to San Diego, Mad Monday, and he can worry about that once the emotions sort of settle. And
It is
simmer.
midnight over there. I'd love to do a live cross.
Oh,
Did you want to try and call him?
Should we?
Would he be having a few beers?
I'd say he would be. Yeah.
You should.
Just
Tommy?
if you do it on your phone, just try it.
Go
Let's
on.
just see.
You won't answer mine, you answer yours.
Let's try yours, and then when he doesn't answer,
You'd be like, oh, these fucking blokes.
all right. Let's see how we go here. In the magic of what we
How do we
we'll
record
cut
this
to,
if we do it? If
if you hold it up to the microphone.
call. Fantastic.
Oh. Yeah, I'll do it after. 3 more rings.
Are you nervous, Swoop, that he's going to...
Not really. Just want to get him on the line.
1. That's
I
it.
want to know what he's wearing.
You're
Okay.
done.
There
How do
we
I
go.
screen record? This one down here, that little button one?
Yep. If he is this is all time.
Good on, mate. Oh, DC.
Hello, boys.
What's going on?
Where are they? They're in the studio. You mean you're recording? Are you on? I know you're good. We're on.
Say hey to the boys.
Hello, boys. Look at this. That's Angus Bell. Boys, better not be alive. Coffee. I don't know.
It's a like, oh, God, you got a bit of a shiner there.
Hey?
You got a bit of a shiner there, son.
Yeah. Here we go. Everyone's here.
Oh, Mark.
Hey,
Hey, Alan, what's going on?
Ellen. What's the podcast is the best?
Yeah, thanks, brother. All right, we'll
Can
leave
you
you guys
go, ask Goit why you didn't answer Swoop's call.
Yeah, pass him over here. How are you, brother? Can you ask Gitz why he didn't answer my call?
Hey, Gitz, when you answer Swoop's call. Oi, listen, son.
I'm listening.
I'm in the middle of trying to put up with DC shit stories when he went to Ireland.
Right.
And so I missed the first part. I felt the vibrate. Then when I went to grab it, I got through.
Yeah, so, I mean, basically you answered my call, yeah.
No.
You know what? I'll hang up. You ring me back.
That'll do.
There you go. Looks like they're having fun over there.
Yep. Swoop, he doesn't like him, mate.
No, he doesn't. That's a shame. That's very good for the podcast, though, that he didn't answer you, but he answered old Biv in the corner. Mate, it's all right.
Yeah, g'day, Gitz. How are you, mate? Yeah,
Oh, how are you?
yeah, not too bad. Mate, we're still on couch here.
Yeah. Gee, that's a long shoot.
Oh, tell me about it. Prof is absolutely dribbling.
I got to get my kids. Can we wrap this up?
Yeah.
Okay. We got to wrap it up. Prof's got to get to, where you going?
Love it.
North
Pick his kids
Carolina.
up.
Rehab. All right, mate. Love you.
Ask him if he's retiring. Oh, we missed it. That was our big scoop there. Glad we called him.
Yeah,
All right. Hey, that is the end of our show. Can you believe it? Our website, www.kickoffsandkickons.com. That's, yes. Big,
No, I was
you
just going to say before we really wrap it up, Belly's obviously a great footy player, but he's also a fucking great human being. You do some good stuff for Whatability. Do you want to just tell us how you got involved in that and some of the work that you do for that?
Yeah, thanks, Drew. I came back from a spring tour. I think it was 21 or 2020, actually, my first one. And I had finished uni and I was like, what can I do with my time? And so I thought I'd give back a little bit. It's something that I really enjoy doing and love doing. So, look, yeah, it's just it's a great cause, and Steve, the founder, is a great man too. So I built some really nice connections through that, and obviously now there's a bit of a partnership with Rugby Australia and the Waratahs, which is awesome, and including the Western Force and the Reds. So it's been awesome. Look, and it's provided a lot of. The good thing about it is it provides a lot of blokes that aren't getting paid a lot for their rugby or semi-professional to do something flexible outside of that. That's flexible hours and easy going. So it's a great cause and something.
But
really
I see
love.
you go out and do some fun activities, with some of the kids and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Get involved.
Yeah, they always come to the games and stuff, so they always smile and they love it. So it's great. It's awesome.
Yeah, good on you,
And
mate.
where can people get online and support it? What can they? Is there a website?
Yeah, Instagram, Whatability, Instagram, whatability.com on the internet. There's plenty of platforms to reach out on, and any work and any help always helps. So it's it's great for those kids. Yeah.
Very good, Belly.
Okay.
Thank you
Nice,
very
mate.
much. Yes, kickoffsandkickons.com. That's where you can find all the new merch that is dropping tomorrow. Well, you've just watched this show. It's dropping right now. Look at that. Well done, Tommy. Socials, Kickoffs, Kick-Ons, everywhere except for YouTube, which is Kickoffs and Kick-Ons. Finally, massive thank you to Polo Ralph Lauren. Look at us. We're kitted out again. God,
Neville
we
Bartos flying.
epic.
Have a look at us.
Belly's going to be wearing that next weekend on the DF down there at the Bondi RSL. It's going to be amazing. You can get that at Maya. maya.com.au. Get on board
And go see Eloise.
and go see Eloise. When does she? Is it this week? Swoop that she finishes
She-
up?
Yeah,
or
so get there before Friday.
before Friday.
Yeah.
and take her some flowers or something.
Yeah.
She loves flowers.
She's heading on. She's going long service leave. She's got eight periods of long service leave, so she's heading away for about 6 years. Yeah,
And she's doing that cruise, isn't she?
she's doing the cruise.
Yeah. She was telling me about that.
Yeah. She asked us to go on that.
Yeah. Well, she just said, "Is Swoop available?" She
I
didn't
said, I
No,
said,
she
Eloise,
actually asked if holiday suite was available.
I said I can't. I'm babysitting. She said, no worries, love.
Fair enough. All right, there you go. That was it. Kickoffs and kick-ons. Matt Giteau will be back next week, and we will have a scoop as to whether or not he's playing anymore.
Yeah.
You never know. A big thanks to you, Belly. Good luck with the rest of
thanks
your
for coming in, mate.
rehab.
Thank you.
3
Thank you
weeks,
very
is
much.
it?
Yeah, that's it.
Always 3 weeks.
Back for Sydney Uni.
That's it. No,
very,
you'll
very
be
good. All right, hey.
back out in gold.
All that's left to do, Biv. Cuckoo! Oh, wow. That is the best video on YouTube. You know what you need to do now? You need to like and subscribe down there. Or if you want extra content, might be down there, you need to go up here or up here and get more of that gear. Thanks for supporting Kickoffs and Kick-Ons, and we will see you very soon.